Yes boys, Reev'iew here. You'll have to excuse my cold for today, but as you can see by the screen and the title, today we are reviewing Inform Rosicky. He came out in packs on Wednesday. He's an 81 centre attacking mid. He's got 69 pace, 78 shooting, 83 passing, 86 dribbling, 55 heading and 48 defending. I did do a squad builder with him in the other day, but moving on, I paid 47.75k for this guy on the day of release. I admit right now, I've made such a massive loss, or at the time I sold him on for around 35,000 coins, so I made a massive loss at the time, but I did eventually manage to play about 8 or 9 games with Rosicky, so I have a fairly accurate and informed idea of how good Tomas Rosicky actually is. But moving on to his in-game stats now guys, as you can see, we start off with a lot of greens. For a centre attacking mid, that looks very promising. 89 ball control, 81 crossing, 88 free kick accuracy, 81 long passes, 82 long shots. He also has 81 penalties, 85 short passing, 83 shot power, all green stats, really stunning technically. The player information there, as you can see. To move on to his physical attributes though, he's got 70 acceleration, 81 agility, 89 balance, 80 reactions, 70 sprint speed. So the fact he's been given 69 pace, I don't really understand how that's been worked out. And also 58 strength, which is one of his biggest flaws, which I'll come on to just a second. He's got 84 vision and 78 attack positioning, the two standout ones. But getting into some gameplay now guys, and I figured rather than talking through every single clip you see in the background saying this happened and this happened, because it's pretty obvious, I'd give my overview of Rosicky and just leave the footage there for you to make up your own mind based on how I have played with him. Bear in mind though guys, this is my opinion and I am an Arsenal fan. You might be surprised by what I have to say, but you might not. It's as simple as that. But before I start talking about Tomas Rosicky's good attributes, I just want to talk about how weak this guy is. He is so weak, such a slight frame is absolutely unreal. One blow and he's completely flipped off the ball. Much like the opposite that you get with the Akinfenwas and MNEKs, where literally it takes 4 or 5 men to shrug them off the ball. This guy will move in a tap. He is so weak, so fragile. There's not many chances where he'll actually beat a player for strength, and if he does, it's probably someone like Tiny Dancer, Little Elton John, and others of that sort of size frame. But having said that guys, that's probably the biggest flaw I've got from him, other than the fact that he does lack the pace as it shows with the 69 pace, even though he's got 70 acceleration and 70 sprint speed. I don't know who runs the math department at EA, but an average of 70 times 2 is not 69, so congratulations on that one. Nevertheless, the positives I have for Tomas Rosicky, and I've got a lot of them. He is a brilliant distributor of the ball. As you see by some of these clips, his passing is immaculate. Short passes, long passes, any pass within a certain range is inch perfect. He is such a good passer of the ball. That's why a lot of these clips are compiled of just passes and not really shooting opportunities, although he did get a few to be fair, and he has scored his fair few goals. His shot power isn't as brilliant as I thought it would be, but it is great nonetheless, as you'll see by some of the goals. He scores from 25 yards and in every single time. My only regret when playing with this guy is that I didn't test out his free kicks quite as much as I'd have liked to, because apparently they are beast. The ball actually sticks to Rosicky's feet. It's like playing with Messi but without the 4-star skills. The ball never moves half an inch away from his foot. It's always so tight knit. His dribbling is perfect. It compensates for his lack of pace, in fairness. The dribbling, like you have with Suarez is an 81 but his dribbling's like 90, so he feels a lot faster than his pace actually reflects. This is because Rosicky's dribbling is so good. It's unbelievably good. If you ever get to play with him, you completely understand what I mean by that. Perfect dribbling, and there's quite a lot of improvement from his non-inform. Being an Arsenal fan, I have tested out every single Arsenal player in this game just because of the novelty of it being the team I support. And Rosicky's non-inform isn't great in fairness, but this guy is such an improvement from his non-inform. I know there's a few people that complain about how informs are not very different to their non-informs, but this card has a dramatic holistic increase. There's so much improvement in all areas of his game. This guy is a perfect distributor of a football in Ultimate Team. The problem that I have with EA is that he's not 4-star skill moves, because personally I think in real life he's a very technically gifted player, and as a Arsenal fan, I watch him regularly and feel he deserves those 4-star skill moves. However, we do have to debate the other side of the coin. So the negatives of Tomas Rosicky, as I previously mentioned, lacking pace. It's as simple as that. 69 pace, even though it should be 70. Let's come on, be honest here. 70 pace is still quite slow for a centre attacking mid. I would prefer a lot more. If he had 80 pace, he would be such a god. 80 pace with 4-star skills, unbelievable techers, son. And as well as this, the other contributing factor as to why he's quite poor is the fact he's extremely weak. So moving from that, we will go into his rating. The overall rating I will be giving to Tomas Rosicky, bearing in mind I am an Arsenal fan, so I might be a little bit biased, but it is a 7 out of 10. So that just gives you an accurate reflection of how good I think this guy is, considering the team I support and how well he plays in game. 7 out of 10 I think is a fair representation of how good this guy actually is. If you enjoyed this review, guys, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, go and hit that subscribe button, be a legend, and I will see you all later.